Association has started on career guidance. Yesterday, we all have seen that how we have seen that the madam, Miss our guest lecture, Mrs. Bhaskarwar has given a beautiful seminar on the clarity regarding the choosing the career. And now today we are going to take the second session and we are going to see the very important topic. I just want to say that I'm very, what you can say, I'm awaiting for this moment to start this session, which is regarding a very important career. As we all know that somewhere in our life, we have think about joining this career and to make it as that our own career, like बहुत सारी बातें हो रही है. लेट मी से इन आवर ओन मदर टंग हिंदी. हम सब ने कभी ना कभी ये सोचा होगा कि हम इस करियर को अपना बनाना चाहते हैं, इसमें अपना करियर करना चाहते हैं जो कि सबके दिलों के पास है एंड विच यू आर नोन एज डिफेंस. जी हाँ, हम आज बात करने वाले हैं हमारे डिफेंस के बारे में, हमारे उस एक करियर ऑप्शन के बारे में जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ करियर ऑप्शन नहीं है. कहीं ना कहीं इससे हम इमोशनली अटैच्ड है और हर कोई सोचता है कि काश मुझे भी मौका मिलता, मैं अपने देश के लिए कुछ कर पाता. जिसके लिए हम सब जानते हैं कि हमने बहुत सारी मूवीज देखी है. बेस्ट एग्जांपल सबको पता है, हमने बचपन में बॉर्डर देखी होगी जिसमें हमने सनी देओल को देखा था कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने लड़ाई की थी और इंडिया को पाकिस्तान से जिताया था. रिसेंटली सबने मूवी देखी होगी उरी, दैट इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल कि किस तरीके से हमने काउंटर स्ट्राइक किया था पाकिस्तान के ऊपर और सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक के थ्रू हमने दिखाया था कि इंडिया किसी से कम नहीं है. सो कहीं ना कहीं नॉट ओनली करियर बट इमोशनली भी हम सब अटैच्ड है. एक जुनून की जरूरत पड़ती है, एक फीलिंग चाहिए होती है, बट स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग हमारे अंदर जो देशभक्ति होती है, जिसके लिए हम चाहते हैं कि हम भी आर्मी में जाए, नेवी में जाए, एयरफोर्स में जाए, कहीं पर भी जाए, पर हम हमारे देश के लिए कुछ करें. यस गाइस, सो टुडे द डे व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक, हाउ टू मेक योर करियर इन डिफेंस. आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसी पर्सनैलिटी है जिन्हें हम आज एज अ गेस्ट लेक्चर देने के लिए इनवाइट किया है हमने, जो कि आप सबको बताएंगी कि कैसे हम इसमें हमारा करियर कर सकते हैं. बट बिफोर दैट वी स्टार्ट विद हाउ वी कैन मेक आवर करियर इन डिफेंस, वेदर इट इज इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन नेवी और इंडियन एयरफोर्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस थ्री वी ऑल्सो हैव वेरियस other things like border security force, CRPF, our coastal forces and a lot more. So इन सब के ऊपर आज हमें जो इंफॉर्मेशन मिलने वाली है और जिस पर्सनैलिटी से मिलने वाली है, मैं आपका थोड़ा टाइम लूंगा और उनके बारे में आपको बताना चाहूंगा. दैट टुडे द पर्सनैलिटी हु इज गोइंग टू शेयर द इंफॉर्मेशन विद अस, she is a lady who is a founder member, or you can say a president of NGO Dhruv Foundation and founder director of Dhruv Defense Motivation Center. जी हाँ, सो वो ऑलरेडी इस फील्ड में एक लंबे समय से काम कर रही है. She is also entrepreneur, life coach, motivational speaker and expert self defense trainer. So इस बात से आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हो कि जो खुद एक सेल्फ डिफेंस ट्रेनर है, वो कितने अच्छे से जानती है कि ट्रेनिंग कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है हमारे खुद के लिए भी और हमारे देश के लिए भी. She has trained more than 50,000 ladies by teaching them how to protect themselves. काफी बड़ा नंबर है. Also, as I told you, this Dhruv Foundation is working in association with Indian Army for since 6 years. For last 6 years, they are working in collaboration with Indian Army. And here they are celebrating and running out various activities. Like one of the example which I want to give here is they have celebrated the functions such as Swarnim Vijay Varsh. Recently in the month of October, they have executed this activity where they have celebrated the Swarnim Vijay Varsh. And on the eve of this only, they have also carried out a bike rally known as Ride with Pride with Victory Flame, which was organized from Katras to National War Memorial, was one of our most successful bike rides. जी हाँ, तो लाइक ऐसी एक्टिविटीज भी वो करती है जिससे वो मोटिवेट करती है एंड इंस्पायर करती है उन स्टूडेंट्स को, उन यंगस्टर्स को जो अपना करियर आर्मी में बनाना चाहते हैं या फिर आर्मी से रिलेटेड किसी भी फील्ड में बनाना चाहते हैं. हर कोई आर्मी पर्सन या डिफेंस पर्सन फ्रंट लाइन पे जाके नहीं लड़ता है. बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें भी है जो इसके अलावा भी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, जिसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल हम दे सकते हैं जो हमारे सर्वेलेंस टीम काम करती है, जिसमें हमारी डाटा सिस्टम आती है, जिसमें हमारे इंटेलिजेंसी ब्यूरोज आते हैं, ये सारी चीजें भी होती है जो करियर पार्ट है डिफेंस के। तो इन सारी चीजों की इंफॉर्मेशन आज हमें मिलने वाली है। तो जिन लेडी के बारे में आपको बता रहा हूँ, शी हैज ऑल्सो गिवन लाइक उनके जो 2 चीजें वो रन करती है, वन इज दी ध्रुव फाउंडेशन एनजीओ एंड द सेकंड इज दी ध्रुव डिफेंस मोटिवेशन सेंटर। ये दोनों जो organizations say they are playing a very important role and she is running both the organizations single handedly. तो जो ये ध्रुव फाउंडेशन है, they also help in social causes। वो बहुत सारे what you can say मेडिकल कैंप्स लगाते हैं, लोगों को इसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं, उनकी हेल्प करते हैं और उन्हें इन चीजों के बारे में बताते हैं। साथ ही में जो ध्रुव डिफेंस मोटिवेशन सेंटर है, they organizes various camps like summer camps, or you can say the training camps, where they inform them, show them the real life of the commandos, our army persons, and also train them. This training will help you to become or make a good career in defense, and also to make a better human being, a strong human being, I can say. Not only this, I also want to say that our today's trainer, motivational speaker has awarded with lot of awards. मैं सारे तो नहीं कहूंगा, बट कुछ जरूर बताना चाहूंगा। उन्हें महाराष्ट्र रत्न गौरव पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया गया है, स्त्री शक्ति गौरव पुरस्कार से भी सम्मानित किया गया है हमारी स्त्री शक्ति जागरण समिति है उनके द्वारा। शी हैज ऑल्सो रिसीव्ड अप्रिसिएशन लेटर फ्रॉम आवर पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट प्रतिभा ताई पाटिल। दैट्स रियली ग्रेट। इट मीन्स ये दिखाता है कि उनका जुनून कितना है इस चीज को लेकर और किस लेवल तक जाके उन्होंने इसमें काम किया है। She has also awarded as the Indian Power Woman 2020 and also the Sri Shakti Puraskar by BJP. These are the few awards which I have shown, but she has received a lot than this. So now, the last but not the least, they have also awarded with the Nav Durga title by Pudhari newspaper. And just recently, she has also been facilitated by our Miss Universe Yukta Mukhi for domestic violence। उन्होंने उसके बारे में बहुत सारे सेमिनार्स लिए हैं, सेशंस लिए, जिसपे वो बात करती है नारी सशक्तिकरण पे, जिसके लिए उन्हें फैसिलिटेट किया गया है। एंड नाउ आई जस्ट वांट टू present them in front of you. She is none other than Mrs. Rupali. You can start. I will share the screen or help you with that. You can just start from your side.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I guess there are parents and students both together, right? Over here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So basically today's session is as he already has mentioned so much about everything. I'll come on to it. It is career in defense. So career in defense, we will start from 13 major ways of joining Indian Army. So as I think a lot of people are from 10th plus 2, that is 10th and 12th standards. So we will focus more on NDA part, then the other 13 options. I'll give you all the 13 ways of joining Army. And then let us discuss more in elaboration of about NDA and how one can go into NDA. So career in defense, if we think about, I mean, we all are very facilitated. मतलब बहुत सब लोग अगर हम देखें तो हमारा इंडियन पॉपुलेशन जो है, जितना पॉपुलेशन है उससे if we see the percentage of people joining army, it is just 0.6% of people joining army. So the first way of joining Indian Army we will be starting is, so no worries, still you are trying to get us to the PPT. I'll speak on to this. The first option, as I am describing, of joining Indian Army, we everyone know and lot of us are talking about it. ये सबको पता है, बाकी अदर तरीकों से ज़्यादा. So which is NDA. Now NDA, if we hear of the total, the full form is National Defence Academy, जिसको हम राष्ट्रीय रक्षा एकेडमी भी बोलते हैं. तो यहाँ पे जो है the entry start from 10+2, मतलब 12th के बाद. So probably अगर 12th अपीयर नहीं भी हुए हैं तो तब भी ये एंट्रीज एग्जाम्स के लिए वी कैन अपीयर in a year twice these exams comes, so basically in March and in October. So there are two ways of two times in a year that we can attempt these exams. Once we are attempted, I mean there are generally 10 lakh students who are sitting for these exams. These exams are being held by UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission. And in once a person clears this exam, the written exams होता है, तो इसके बाद में there is a SSB का interview which goes on for 5 days. After this interview, so probably to get selected in this interview is really a difficult task, because every way say there are five whole days this interviews is done, and in the PPT I have given the all these 5 days ka session, that how every day which types of exams or what all in the interviews it has been elaborated, checked for. Once a person is through by this interview, there is a medical checkup and then comes a merit list. और इसमें से जो है, once the person who joins Indian this NDA, have I lost? Yeah. So the person who joins has there are 3 years of, this is a 3 years course in NDA after 12. Every year is divided into 2 semesters, semester 1, semester 2. So the first year, both the semesters are similar for all the students who are coming. And to join this NDA, one has to be doing 12th science. That is PCB. PCM has to be the subjects in our 12th standard. I guess everyone, yeah. तो यहाँ से जो है पहला सेमिस्टर सबके लिए कॉमन रहता है. फ्रॉम द सेकेंड एंड फ्रॉम द 5th and 6th semester, the bifurcation, one has to, the one who has completed more in physics and maths get to be selected in this navies and air force. So the proportion out of the 10 lakh people who sits for NDA exams, 320 are the seats. 320 students are selected. और in 320 में से again the percentage of army is more, मतलब 320 में करीब 200 लोग will be joining the army, and say the another 60 to 60 ratio is joining other people who get training in navy and for air force. So that is the proportion of NDA examinations. If we go to the second form, second type of Indian army joining, so that is CDS. CDS is called as the Common Defense Services. This exam is also been taken by the Union Public Service Commissions. ये एग्जाम्स भी साल में 2 बार होती है, जैसे मार्च और अक्टूबर में होती है. If the written examinations is cleared by the students, then SSB interview again over here. अच्छा, this CDS exams can be given only after your graduation. So one has to be graduate or in the last year of appearing graduations from any stream. But if one has to go in IMA, then the age criteria has to be 19 years to 23 years. And the other entry from here, the graduate entry, goes to OTA. OTA is the Officers Training Academy. IMA is an organization which is Indian Military Academy, which is in Dehradun, and OTA is in Chennai. So if we could have shared the PPT, I have everything on this. I still request if we could get the PPT screen sharing or something.
Sir, I have forwarded one PPT to you. If you could download and share, please.
I mean, so that the students or parents can understand the things more what I am saying. अब जैसे एनडीए में 10+12 के बाद हम जाते हैं, फिर सीडीएस जो एग्जाम है वो ग्रेजुएशन के बाद दी जाती है. देयर इज द अदर थर्ड एंट्री व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज टीईएस, टेक्निकल एंट्री स्कीम. टेक्निकल एंट्री स्कीम is a scheme which is in which only after engineering one can give this exam. TES की एग्जाम जो है इंजीनियरिंग के बाद दी जाती है. ये ट्रेनिंग जो है ये 5 years की ट्रेनिंग होती है, जिसमें से 4 year CME मतलब इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में होता है एंड 1 year ट्रेनिंग इज गिवन इन IMA लेटर ऑन. इसका जो एलिजिबिलिटी है TES का इज अगेन 10+2 और एज क्राइटेरिया टू एंट्री इनटू दिस TES is 16.5 to 19.5 years. Again, here this entry is for unmarried male candidates only and a female candidate cannot go by TES entry. तो जैसे NDA में हमने देखा previously up till now it was just a male entry, it was I said, क्योंकि last year से अभी इसमें female entries भी शुरू हो गई है NDA के लिए. But TES as I am saying is a male entry only. So that is about the third way of joining Indian Army. Now let's go to the other way. I am just in short completing all the types of entries. So now I have come to the fourth entry point, which is University Entry Scheme. It is also called as UES scheme. Now this scheme is generally for those who have done their engineering, probably BTech वगैरह. Here if we see the age has to be 18 years to 24 years. And there is a selection process for this UES entry also from IMA. Adding stage 1. PPT. So the fifth entry, if I speak about, एक जो पांचवा तरीका है इंडियन आर्मी को ज्वाइन करने का वो है टेक्निकल ग्रेजुएट कोर्स, मतलब TGC में क्या है कि अगेन यू हैव टू बी इनटू इंजीनियरिंग. ये पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन के बाद की एंट्री है. इसमें आर्मी कॉप में एंट्री होती है. इसके लिए 23 इयर्स टू 27 इयर्स एज होनी जरूरी है. द सिक्स्थ एंट्री थ्रू विच वी कैन ज्वाइन इंडियन आर्मी इज SSC. इसको शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन बोलते हैं. तो शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन इज द एंट्री जिसमें one doesn't has to give their services for a longer time to army. This is just a 10 to 14 years of our career, of our lifetime has to be given to the Indian Army, and if we are still interested in more, we can extend this entry. So 4 साल it could be extended. शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन से हम लोग बाद में इसको परमानेंट सर्विस कमीशन में भी चेंज कर सकते हैं. तो दिस इज अ वन एंट्री ऑफ पॉइंट ऑफ एंट्री वेयर वी कैन जॉइन इंडियन आर्मी. Giving services to Indian Army, अगर SSC, there is one another entry which is only for women's. SSC Tech entry, which is I am saying again a technical entry only for women candidate. Here the girls or the women has to have a technical degree, and the age of females has to be 20 to 27. It has to be an unmarried female. In very short, I will complete these entries because 10th से 12th तक के बच्चे हैं and these entries are technical graduations के बाद. But since you have to know कि यहाँ ये मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि 10th 12th मतलब NDA में एडमिशन नहीं हुआ तो then there is no way of going to army. इसलिए ये other entries also I am trying to give. तो अब जैसे we are speaking about the 8th way of entry which is NCC scheme. Now this is a special entry scheme, NCC वाली. This is only for the NCC cadets. जैसे we all know that NCC is starting in our schools from 7th, 8th, 9th standards. In many of the colleges also we see the NCC is there. तो ये जो NCC की एंट्री है यहाँ पे जो कैडेट्स का परफॉर्मेंसेस रहता है that is seen. The cadet has to clear his C certificate. उनको C certificate मिलना जरूरी है with special B grade. If we speak about the age for this entry, then it has to be 19 years minimum up to 25 years. This entry is both for male and female. So anyone who takes our NCC in schools and colleges and has this C certificate B grade can also join Indian Army through these NCC examinations. The 9th way of joining Army is Judge Advocate entry. Judge Advocate entry is our JAG. Any person who has done his LLB degree with minimum 55 degree percentage, 55 percentage is eligible to join for this entry. The minimum age criteria here is 21 years to 27 years, and this entry is also open for male, female, both the candidates. Now again comes the 10th, that is ACC Army Cadet College entry, regular commission wala entry hai ye. Here the education qualification has to be 20 plus 2, but this entry is only for those who have already joined Indian Army and given 2 years of services to the army. तो ये ACC entry में 2 years of serving army is very compulsory, and the age over here for the candidate is 20 years to 27 years. Now we will move ahead to the SCO entry. SCO entry is special commission entry, which is for JCOs and NCOs. Already who is giving services to Indian Army, जिनका 5 साल सर्विस हो चुका है, वो इस एग्जाम्स को बैठ सकते हैं. इनके लिए एज जरूरी है 28 years to 35 years. Coming last to this 12th entry, which is permanent commission entry. Again here, this is an entry especially for the people who have already joined army. They have to have 10 years of experience of Indian Army plus 10 plus 2 is the qualification required. The one last entry, 13th one, which we many people are not knowing, which is territorial army entry. So this entry is generally in emergency situations. This is open for any graduate, anyone who is graduated, like people like us who are 18 years to 42 years. Only male Indian is the criteria. And this entry is usually in the emergency situations. Whenever it is required, it is for the back office things. So these are the 13 ways of entries to Indian Army, out of which we are now speaking more. I mean, I will be like to have some questions like NDA entries के बारे में. We can have an interaction type of session over here, I think. Girish, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. So I have already
About
posted.
NDA, we will speak very much in details, like what could be the salaries, what all are the challenges and all. So I would like people to be interactive than me just in a type of reading or giving detailing, you know.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Any comments also? If here, I would like to see what are the
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So the Karthik Pandey wants to know if possible all way to entry can display once.
13 entries. So basically there are another PPT from my end, which I'm not able to get a control to show. But what I could do is this 13 entry ka one PPT I will directly share to the people who are attending and they want. And if they can leave their email ID something, I will give you this 13 ways of joining army. So Karthik, we definitely could give you this in one point, that what all the different 13 entries. Can we have the PPT? Yeah, sure. We will be soon getting that PPT here. I'm not able to access. You're not allowed to share a screen, ho raha hai. I am still not able to share my screen. I mean, I had...
Rupali ma'am, we have tried to connect with the Tupe sir and they are sharing one PPT, the old one which you have shared with me. So
Okay.
if you can refer them and share the details accordingly, it will be easier for the participants to understand.
Okay.
Yes,
Hello?
yes, ma'am. You can.
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, are you, Tope sir is sharing one presentation on the screen.
Okay.
You could guide him on the slides, that could help.
If we could go on the first slide from this slide, if I have to guide, I'll... हाँ, Indian Army career, यहाँ पे soldiers and officers के career के बारे में we are mentioning. We can go to the second slide. Here again, we have just shown what is the Indian population, and we all know that Indian Army का जो job है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा respectful तो है. At the same time, it is very strong, मतलब rigorous. I mean, they have lot of challenges. They are facing lot of challenges. They have to be on any types of situation always available. मतलब सतर्क तत्पर हम जो बोलते हैं 24/7 वाला job है. Of course, they get leave, but that is very less, and they have their postings to be got on very different various ways. So lot of people think कि इंडियन आर्मी में बस मतलब there are three ways. One is infantry services, there are officer services again. If we go on the other slide, so there are three ways Indian Army is into tri services. अब जब हम NDA का बोलते हैं तो NDA में that is the first ऐसा organization where all these three types of services are getting training under one roof. So Army training, Navy training, and even the Air Force training. So all these three trainings under one roof is the NDA is the only place where all the tri services are getting trained under one roof. So if we speak about NDA more, again this is 10 plus 2 के बाद में NDA entry, I gave you the more details about it, that one has to be a science, appearing from the science side. He has to have PCM, and to go to Air Force or Navy, again physics and maths is the most important. 10 plus 2. So again there are other entries also. Permanent commission, I told about the permanent commission entry, the after graduation wala. We can go to the next slide. Now CDS से भी सब लोग मतलब one can go in all these three, Army, Navy and this. CDS entry, as we spoke about this entry, this is a graduation wala entry. Graduate होने के बाद one can give this exam of CDS. So in the final year of graduation also one can sit. At least 70% marks has to be in PCM. SSB interview is there. Medicals भी होता है. 1 year training in IMA is given. It's a 4-year degree course which is held in CME हमारे पुणे में जो है, MCE, ME and MCTE. So from this one can choose as an short service also. So that's about IMA. If we go to the other slide, this is technical graduate commission. ये जो अभी हमने 13 ways में बात की थी, तब हमने इसकी बात भी की थी कि there is one technical graduation commission वाला entry. So here we have given final year students can appear for this. This entry is AEE entry. Age and this is given. So 1 year training. UES की भी हमने बात की थोड़ी देर पहले. University entry schemes. The for the students who are asking all the 13 entries, तो इसमें दी हुई है. Now this is जैसे TGC, UES. These are few of the schemes of entry. We already spoke about this slide. Can we go to the other slide? अभी ये जैसे हमने कहा था कि OTA, that is the short service commission. चेन्नई में this training is happening. This is the officers training. Here in OTA, both males and female graduates can appear. This is after graduation wala entry. So here any type of graduation can do. BA, BCom, BSc, BCA. ऐसा नहीं है कि है ना मैं BA या BCom ले लिया हूँ और अब मुझे अगर इंडियन आर्मी ज्वाइन करना है तो I have no way. Many students think that they could not, but BA और BCom के बाद में भी एक entry one can do, and which is this OTA entry. अब इसमें again as I mentioned that SSB interview is there. SSB interview हमेशा ये जो है 5 days interview रहता है. Medicals has to be cleared. This is a short service commission wala. We can go on the second slide. Short service commission, OTA entry, that's the same. CDS graduate. Shortlisted, okay. This is the same way, just. The next slide. Yeah. This we just spoke कि while NCC entry is there, तो SSC में अगर हमने NCC लिया है और C certificate और B grade पास है हमारा, and if we have 50% marks, so then this NCC entry could be done. मतलब NCC के basis पे भी आप आर्मी में ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. इसमें भी वही है, SSB interview and medicals होता है.
Ma'am, there is one question. They want to know that if school is not providing the NCC option, then how can we join NCC?
Yeah, this is happening at lot of places. A very good question. Thank you. Many few schools nowadays we see are going with NCC. And because they are not all those schools are government aided, or like the state board schools are having NCC. Most of the schools which are ICSE, CBSEs, they don't have a NCC. So for them, there are parallel few organizations who are working onto it. Even we have one course or like few courses in the schools, which is on the lines of NCC. Though government haven't come, other than the schools for CBSEs and IC, the other schools, जिनके लिए NCC नहीं है, it really becomes difficult how to go about this. But then college में is also, you have to see a school or a college in which NCC grant is there or NCC is there. So for that, we really will have to see a college in that case which has NCC, because not every school has the grant of NCC. तो ये NCC एंट्री के लिए अगर इनकी स्कूल में NCC नहीं है तो वी आर रियली, मतलब स्कूल, not all the schools have the option. Few of them are working on social service, SS, this. So they have to see a school which has NCC or go to a college which has NCC for NCC entry.
Okay, ma'am. Great.
Yeah,
so there is
slide.
one more question. Their school have the access to the NCC, but how to get the certificate? It is a CBSE school. So if the school is providing
so
the
basically,
NCC,
they might be conducting exams for this. There are exams for NCC. And there is a process. They even send the students outside for some campings, for few trainings, and that the C certificate exams has to be given. Once one appears and clears this, they get the C certificate.
thank you, ma'am. We can proceed. As questions comes, I will let you know.
Yeah, sure. So other slide, could we go for? So जैसे मैं सब में बता रही हूँ कि देयर आर SSB इंटरव्यूज एवरीवेयर, हम बात कर रहे हैं तो SSB के इंटरव्यूज के सेंटर्स कहाँ होते हैं? तो here we are seeing इलाहाबाद, भोपाल, बैंगलोर. These are the selection centers. Report to MCO. So how one has to go for these interviews? From the railway station itself, the candidate has been taken and properly directed and reported to, and they have been guided to take to the centers. तो SSB interviews का ये centers है. We can go to the next slide. So how do they do? वहाँ जाके जो documentation होता है, no computation, some form fillings and all this, some procedure is there, जैसे यहाँ पे हमने दिया है. So all this is done. Other than the arrival, 5 days of testing is there. अब जो हम 5 days का interview की बोल रहे हैं, we'll go on that. After this slide is that 5 days interview. So day 1, if we check what are the interviews, the 5 days it is taken. So here we see is the intelligence test, verbal and non-verbal. अब इस test में how intelligent you are is being checked by lot of different various ways. Picture perception tests are there. तो कुछ 30 सेकेंड में a picture is flashed and you have to remember lot of things, और उसमें कोई भी types के questions होते हैं. तो उसमें कैसे, मतलब they'll be asking you number of characters, what all type, मतलब so they just check your intelligence and how sharp you catch any picture is this test. Action relating to the past, present, future and all this. Story writing is there in this first day, which is for 4 minutes. The second day for the interview will go for. Here there is a group discussions wala cheese. Second day. So this is a thematic appreciation test. 12 pictures including one blank picture is given in this day. So each picture has been shown for 30 seconds. And then you have to write a story within 4 minutes about that. So here all your different various types of skills, जैसे कितना IQ है, emotional IQ कितना है, AQ, ये सारे different तरीकों से they'll be checking. So to prepare for these interviews, there is lot of YouTube videos and things are available that what types of exams it would be. Then the day 3, if we go on the next slide. So here there is a situation reaction test. This is a routine test. They'll be giving some life situation regarding day-to-day activity. और उस situation में what would be your reaction? So many a times we have seen जैसे दे आस्क दैट है ना, वॉट एवर इफ पर्सन इंटरव्यू लेते वक्त अगर बोला है कि खिड़की के पास जाओ, खिड़की में जाके you just have to jump down. So what basically is the reaction or what would be the decision taken by the cadet? So जो बोला है वो as it is they are doing. I mean, this is a situation reaction. They give such a situation where they want to know how critically this situation would be handled. So markings and everything is there on different types of your way of handling things. So a very interesting and this type of exam this is. We'll go to the other day. I think day 4. Day 3, GTO day, the group discussions. Here 15 people in one group, the groups are formed and there is a group discussion and group test. So how do you cooperate with the group? How much you go with each other? Here the narrating skills, the explanations of model and everything is seen in this type of interview. We'll go to the next day 4 test. Day 3 again, that is continued. Progressive group tasks and group obstacle races would be given. मतलब आप ग्रुप को छोड़ के जाते हो या ग्रुप को साथ में लेके आगे बढ़ते हो. बहुत सारी जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज की जो टेस्ट है इसमें, half the group is doing. There are here in army, if you see, lot is importance is there. If you see even in NDA, there is a system called buddy system. एक को कहीं जाना है तो साथ में बड़ी को लेके ही जाना होता है. NDA has few rules. The students who stay in NDA could not ride a bicycle if they are not 4 students in a group together. तो अगर उनके पास साइकिल है भी तो वो 4 एक साथ ग्रुप में होना जरूरी है to ride the cycle, to sit on the seat of the cycle is one of the rule of NDA. उसी तरह से बडी सिस्टम का भी एक रूल है. जैसे anywhere one has to go, a buddy has to follow. मतलब one person, the other person has to go with him every point or anywhere. They cannot move in throughout the campus without in a single person. So this way, army has lot of training and they are inculcating lot of group activities types of things. जैसे यहाँ पे if a single person, I mean, it's very important when one goes on war, when a group goes on front of war, एक को आप छोड़ के नहीं आ सकते हो. So how you complete the things with your whole group is very important. So that is all about the group test. We can go to the other group, day 4. That is GTO, individual obstacles. So how is you physically able to type of clear all these obstacle trainings? And then comes the day 5. We can go to the next. So here in day 4, again, the command tasks are there and interviews are there. These interviews are conducted by 10 from day 1 to 4. To the next page. So that was all about SSB interviews. As we were saying, the SSB interviews are there after every examination and every entry. So जैसे TES भी दिया, NDA भी दिया, तो SSB interviews are coming in picture everywhere. So failure in SSB is no reflection that you are not able. Your ability is not been proved in that. So you could still exceptionally do well in the other professions. That is what we understand from here. Short decision making time. So here again we have shown about the age criteria as unmarried, married, when is the exams and when are the interviews of various courses. There is NDA, IMA and SSC, NCC. The next slide. The pay scale, we had not spoke about the pay scale. Here we are coming on the pay scale or the salary of Indian Army officers. So now after doing this junior officer course from NDA, there are different various posts on which you are being placed. जैसे lieutenant, starting from the lowest to the highest we will go, from lieutenant to captain, then the major, lieutenant colonel, then the brigadier and major general. These are the various types of hierarchies and various pay scales has been mentioned here. One could just see the pay scales. I would not read out for all the pay scales. We can go to the next slide.
There is one question. So generally when anyone get
Yeah, other than the pay scales, yeah, what were you saying?
So the question is, whenever anyone get the all the test cleared and become the officer from NDA, so what
Right.
is the basic salary they receive? Any average you can share?
Basic, if he is posted as a lieutenant, then 56,000 is the basic minimum, up to 1,77,500 per month. So basically, the salary for a lieutenant starts from 56,000. If he goes to a captain level, it is 61,000. That's the minimum, and the maximum is 1,93,000 per month again. If we go to major, 69,000 to 2 lakh is per month. As such, if we go to the highest post, which is the major general, unko 1,44,000 is the minimum pay to 2,18,000 per month. So that is the for the major general. मतलब जैसे हम लोग सोचते हैं ITs में ही ज़्यादा salaries है, ऐसा नहीं है. The lieutenant and all, it's the pay scale starts from 56,000 after NDA.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So that's more elaboration of pay scales after NDA. And plus, of course, there are a lot of other things which one gets. There are a lot of passes, free train travel is there, medical facility milti hai, house cleaning cantonment ka milta hai. Then there are this canteen facilities, CSD canteens. A lot of all the material which one has to buy is been given to these people on this without taxes wala. Big insurance covers these people have been getting. Group housing schemes hoti hai. Separate family accommodation they get, and foreign postings and all these things. So there are a lot of other perks. और यही नहीं, इंडियन आर्मी में जॉब करने के बाद मतलब शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन जैसे हमने कहा है, कुछ साल जॉब करने के बाद ऑल्सो दे गेट लॉट ऑफ अदर प्लेसमेंट्स इन कंपनीज एज एन एमडी. स्कूल्स कॉलेजेस के प्रिंसिपल्स के तौर पे इन लोगों को आगे जॉब्स मिलते हैं. दे कैन हैव ट्रेनिंग एकेडमीज, they can have their own. मतलब most of the schools ka, if you see, the ex-army peoples have been posted as the management head of a lot of companies also. For the security departments, these people are also getting jobs. So though there is a career in Indian Army itself, there is career after leaving these jobs as well. So this was one point. जैसे we know Mr. Ajit Dubyal, मतलब who is very famous now. So there are such many people who after leaving the army services also continue to work for quite a long of years.
Thank you for the detailed explanation,
There
ma'am.
were some questions from kids, if I could see that.
Yeah, so I was just going to highlight the same. So
Yeah.
the first question is, Ojas Patil want to know that he has completed the 10th and now he is doing the civil engineering. So how can he join Indian Army?
So likewise, as we told that there is engineering entry already. So engineering entry say he can think of this entries, which is technical entry scheme, TCS scheme mein. If you want more details, basically he can connect to us one-to-one and I can give him those details.
Sure, ma'am. One last question from his side is, what is the age limit to go for these technical entries?
Technical entry, it's up to 19.5 years. So basically that is 10 plus 2 ke baad. But if we see if he's already doing engineering, then 21 years, 18 years to 24 years.
Okay, so till 24 years he can
Yeah.
appear for this examination.
Yeah. Technical graduate course रहता है engineering का. So post graduation के बाद, even there from there also he could do the entry.
Thank you, ma'am. So we have Riya Shah with us, and she is in the 9th standard, and she want to know that how can she start preparation for NDA right now from today onwards?
Yeah. So basically, as I told, 10 lakh people are appearing, and more important over here is the cracking the exams. So returns may one has to be very good in physics and maths. So here again, as we see, science पे ज़्यादा जोर देना है, maths को काफी पढ़ना होगा इनको. So there are special coachings and tuition starting from 8th 9th only, because 12th तक आपका base पहले शुरू 8th 9th से ही शुरू हो जाता है. So one who aim to go to, and there is also schools called RIMC, which is in Dehradun. So that is one point of schooling few people do from there. वहाँ पे NDA के लिए specially the cadets are getting training. Especially the focus is to crack these exams. So RIMC भी है. And if we are not in RIMC, then definitely 10+2 के बाद we can go for the entry. But maths, physics को we have to stress. We have to do that quite in advance.
Great. So, ma'am, the next question which we have is how your organization helps children to prepare for these examinations or
Yeah.
to join the defense.
I just wanted to have my other slide also जिसमें मैंने सारा बताया था. और if you could just place one of the slides I had given, जो Canva की slides है, if you could place that, I could have given more details about ourselves also. Is it?
I will try to check that, ma'am. Just give me two to 3 minutes.
Yeah, please check if I could share the screen from my end. I have that slideshow. So I'll tell about how our organization is helping. Here, we are working right from a very, very young age group. So we are basically we are teaching a lot of things to inculcate the army discipline and to make the kids more focused on most of the things. We teach them how the critical things could be handled. We work on their AQ. So basically, we have commando trainings types of campings which we are starting for the students from the age of 6 years onwards to their 10th and 12th standards. So all the physical training and mental abilities we are increasing. So जैसे few people have got phobias on different things, so we work on them and we have adventure training. So through this adventure training इनका जो जैसे क्या है कि बच्चों में बहुत potential होता है. बट कई बार हम लोग देखते हैं कि पेरेंट्स देमसेल्फ आर लाइक ये मत कर, आगे मत जा, गिर जाएगा. सो अ पेरेंट जस्ट स्टॉप देम टू डू समथिंग एंड इस स्टॉप देम में होता क्या है कि बच्चों में डर जो है वो खत्म होने के बजाय बढ़ जाता है एंड दे स्टॉप देम टू डू इट. तो जो किया ही नहीं ट्राई तो दे बिकम मोर कॉन्शियस एंड दे बिकम फियरफुल लेटर ऑन. So with this, our campings and trainings, what we are working on, the kids become fearless, strong. They are able to handle things. We teach CPR training, give them basic first aid trainings. तो कभी भी अपने neighborhood में जब भी कुछ होता है तो our kids are able to react onto it. The basic small things we teach them, जैसे what are the poisonous types of snakes and non-poisonous types of snakes. What are the do's and don'ts in different animal bites. तो ये सारी जो ट्रेनिंग है जो लोग पूछ रहे थे कि एनसीसी नहीं है उनके स्कूल में, तो अवर जो कैंपिंग्स एंड ट्रेनिंग्स हेल्प्स देम अ लॉट इन हैंडलिंग सिचुएशंस एंड लर्निंग बेसिक फर्स्ट एड्स. वी टीच हाउ टू डू देयर ओन सेल्फ डिफेंस. तो सेल्फ डिफेंस इज टू बी डन क्योंकि हम लोगों को जहाँ पे भी इन लाइफ कहीं पे भी प्रॉब्लम्स आए तो वी शुड बी एबल टू प्रोटेक्ट आवरसेल्व्स. If there is a situation where our parents are not there, कुछ kidnapping का है, anything for girls, there are various situations they have to face, eve teasing, they have to face lot of other things. तो ये सारे situations handle करने के लिए हम लोग martial art, self defense और कर्व मागा के काफी techniques इनको सिखाते हैं. लाठी काठी, एक काठी से भी अपना 360 डिग्री एंगल कैसे सेफ रख सकते हैं, we teach that. We teach NCC के लिए जो helpful है जैसे ना गन शूटिंग, आर्चरी. These two sports can really make the kids more focused on lot of things and they can go to national and state levels of playing also. तो ये दो sports भी हमारी training में included है. So that is the way our commando training helps the students adventures handling में. जैसे fire fighting we teach them in detail. तो फायर में क्या होता है कि जब भी कोई फायर लगे तो वो कैसे जल्दी से जल्दी उस पर कंट्रोल लेना ज़रूरी है एंड हाउ कैन वन गेट दिस कंट्रोल इज व्हाट वी टीच. एंड सर्वाइवल ट्रेनिंग सिखाया है हमने जितने बच्चों को, उनमें से कई बच्चों ने वी हैव सीन दैट दे हैव सेव्ड लाइफ ऑल्सो. सो देयर आर such situations where our kids have gone way ahead and used their knowledge which they have learned and they were able to help the people there. तो ये ट्रेनिंग्स का जो है दे आर मोस्टली वी आर having this training from 6 years to 18 years. I guess if the PPT is not working, they can see all this training ka videos on our YouTubes and our Facebooks also. So we have this camp,
Madam,
upcoming camps.
Madam,
Yeah.
you can try PPT again.
Yeah, I was actually trying to have that in a screen sharing.
Just now we have changed the setting. Try again.
Yeah, just a moment.
The screen is visible now, ma'am. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
share the PPT.
Not this. Canva. Just 2 minutes. I'll try to get this. Just give me 1 minute. I don't know where I'm not seeing this.
You are on mute. We are not able to hear you.
Yeah. ती आली होती ना आता. The screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. You can just enlarge it and we can see.
Yeah. It's visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So, likewise, I hope I'm not able to see the parents and my video, but I am able to see my screen itself. This screen
Yes,
is
ma'am.
visible, right?
Yes, yes. You can continue, ma'am. We can see the screen. If there will be
Sure.
anything, we will let you know.
So here, this is the welcome to our first virtual session. यही आया ना?
Correct.
Yeah, about आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल, like I was telling. So सैनिक स्कूल्स में कब से जा सकते हैं, जैसे ना 6th स्टैंडर्ड से 9th में. So there are entries and there are 33 सैनिक schools overall if we see. And there are even this केंद्रीय विद्यालय. Basically केंद्रीय विद्यालय और आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल जो है, आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल is not open or allowed for the other peoples. आर्मी में जो जॉब कर रहे हैं उनके बच्चों के लिए आर्मी पब्लिक स्कूल is there, but there are other सैनिक schools in which we can go. These entries again, as I told you, that it starts from 6th standard. So here one about our training, the one which I was saying. So this is about how to develop the habit of cleaning our mind and how to stay ourselves from the gadget types of world and how to be focused to join RIMC or say अगर हमें join करना है Indian Army, तो how can we be focused on this? Here this is about NDA. We have already spoken about NDA. So NDA से how Air Force could be joined. This we will come later. Okay, so I was speaking about my training. This is all we with the Indian Army. As Girish ji was telling about us that our NGO is working in association with Indian Army on lot of festival celebrations. This is about our commando training. So likewise, I said that archery is one of the part. Then we teach combat part. This adventure training is there, rappelling and Burma Bridge, crossing the ropes. So all these various trainings we teach in our training. Martial arts first and this self-defense is taught on a larger scale. Gun shooting, disaster handling. Okay, this is the 2 camps currently which is upcoming. If this screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So here if we could see, we are having one 10-day camp which is coming now. from 20th April to 29th April, which is for 10 days. So this 10 days, it is a non-residential camp in which morning 8:30 to 12:30 will be training all these things. तो वो जो होता है ना आजकल की बच्चों को आर्मी ज्वाइन करना ही जरूरी नहीं है, बट ना भी ज्वाइन करे ये सीख ले तो दे कैन सेव देमसेल्फ, देयर फैमिली और एनी सिचुएशंस दे फेस एनीवेयर. So the main aim of these camps is to make saviors and to make them stronger by lot of aspects. तो ये जैसे अभी 10 days का camps we have 2 batches coming up, April batch and May batch. Admission for both these batches are started. If we are seeing the residential, we have almost closing this admission tomorrow or day after, because this is residential camping, and this time this was the one we previously covered was in Bhor, and the one which is coming on 15th April is at Lonavala. Now this camp is little bit of learning how a kid can stay away from parent, how they have to handle their own bags, luggages, how to do the group activities, and how to. So this is army training, military training with adventures and water rides. So this is a little fun type of camp with learnings, which is for residential for 3 days. So these are the 2 upcoming camps about us. As I have told you that we work on AQ, IQ and EQ. So if we see what is AQ, that is the equilibrium brain or the mental state, where how to come out of any critical situation is what we teach to students. So this part of thing is been not taught at many places, and our special focus is to make kids stronger on AQ. So that's about our organization and our work.
Ma'am, what is the age limit for the camps you are organizing right now?
So basically we start from a very early age, from 6 years, because sometimes we see that molding kids from a later age becomes difficult, and they have more energy when they are 6, 7, 8. तो उनका जो enthus spirit and ये है वो 6 से अगर हैंडल करे तो दे बिकम अंडर 9, अंडर 10 एज ग्रुप में ही ये लोग बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट करते हैं. जैसे few of my students have already reached to the national level of archery, gun shooting under 10 age group. So we start working on them from the age of 6. डर भी जो है ना बच्चों में वो बहुत बड़े होने के बाद में मतलब एक ऑलरेडी बैठ चुका रहता है. इफ वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन एन लोअर एजेस तो ये फियरलेस रहते हैं. मतलब छोटे बच्चों का आप देखो कोई भी चीज करने में दे आर ऑलवेज लाइक है ना बिंदास आगे. एवरी मदर विल से कि अरे मेरा बेटा ना मतलब डरता ही नहीं. तो रियल में छोटे बच्चों को डर बहुत कम रहता है. जैसे जैसे बड़े होते हैं और वो चीज उनको बिल्कुल नहीं हैंडल करने को मिलती है, देन दे बिकम more scary to things. So we start from very early age, which helps a lot.
So ma'am, apart from the camping, do you also organize any seminars or sessions for the parents who are looking forward?
Basically for the college students and parents, we have one Satark Nagrik type of thing. Now in this Satark Nagrik, it is just ki every mishap which may happen or which generally happens, किसी भी mishap के लिए one has to be Satark. तो हमारी सतर्कता हमारे अगल बगल के लोगों की जान बचा सकती है. इज व्हाट वन कोर्स वी हैव, दैट इज फॉर 2 days. इट इज अ सतर्क नागरिक कोर्स जिसमें हम फायर हैंडलिंग और वेरियस दिस डिजास्टर हैंडलिंग, एनिमल गिविंग द सीपीआर, मतलब किसी का हार्ट भी इमीडिएटली अगर रेस्पिरेशन प्रॉब्लम है तो कैसे सीपीआर देके स्टार्ट करें, ये सारी ट्रेनिंग हम सतर्क नागरिक को देते हैं. और एंड दिस कोर्स डजंट हैज एनी एज लिमिट. तो इसमें all the adults can take participate. So that is one course 2 day का, and we can organize this for any of the schools or any of the organizations who want to have this at any age levels.
Okay, ma'am. There is one more question. They want to know that similar to NCC, some schools have scout and guide courses. How much helpful they are?
So basically scouts and guides का एक अपना syllabus है. To some level, of course, I mean they are also teaching good, but they are not. That doesn't helps you immediately in the defense services. जैसे NCC के बाद एक defense entry है, वैसे scout guide के बाद में defense entry नहीं है. But though the knowledge and the teaching over there also helps for a lot of things. बट दे डजंट हैव अ डायरेक्ट एंट्री, मतलब स्काउट एंट्री ऐसा कोई एंट्री नहीं है डिफेंस का.
Okay, ma'am. So, like CDS is the part of UPSC exam, right? That if anyone wants to go for CDS, they have to go
या
through
या या
UPSC.
या यूपीएससी.
And apart from this, if any engineer or any graduate wants to go for the defense services, apart from CDS, what are the other ways?
जैसे वी टोल्ड यू ना कि सीडीएस के सीडीएस इज द एग्जाम व्हिच हैज टू बी गिवन. सो एनी ग्रेजुएट कुड गिव दिस, बीए बीकॉम भी होगा तो भी दे कैन गिव दिस एग्जाम्स.
Okay, and this exam happens twice a year
Twice a year,
after
yes.
graduation.
Yeah, twice a year.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So right now we have already completed our 1 hour session. I just want to close this. Before that, just let us know if anyone have any questions after this seminar and they want to connect with you. So how can they connect with you? Can you just share the your details over the chat, whether
Uh,
they can connect with you,
yeah,
an
the
email
last
ID
slide,
or
yeah, here I have given my number, the Facebook page, I guess. Email ID I haven't written, but I can write give it to you. Do you want the email ID, or probably on this number if they ask I can give the email ID?
yeah, great, no problem. The link where they can connect and find out more details
Yes.
about the camps and the information. If anyone wants to go for the one-to-one, guys, you can connect with ma'am over the details which are given on your screens. Or also, as this session is getting recorded, so later on also, if anyone wants, they can connect with the PMA, and we will guide you to move ahead. So
Definitely.
before closing, ma'am, you want to give any message?
So message basically, one has to be strong enough to face any situation anytime, whether it is a small child or a adult person. लाइफ में कोई भी चीज बता के नहीं आती. सो वन हैज टू बी जस्ट प्रिपेयर्ड, एंड टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड वन हैज टू लर्न क्वाइट फ्यू स्किल्स. दिस स्किल लर्निंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कहीं से भी करो, सीखो, ज्वाइन करो आर्मी चाहे ना करो, बट है ना, लर्न द स्किल्स इज व्हाट वन मैसेज आई वुड लाइक टू गिव टू पीपल. These skills will definitely help them somewhere or the other situations in life. Knowledge never goes waste.
Yeah,
True, ma'am.
Yeah.
with your permission, Girish, I want to just tell everyone. Girish is also from defense because his father was in defense, and he has उसके upbringing भी पूरी ऐसी township में हुई है, defense colonies में.
Great.
That's why उसका touch वहाँ पे हो गया था. And Rupali, you have given excellent explanation, and it will be helpful. No, naturally it will be helpful. और मैं भी कहीं ना कहीं एनसीसी और उसमें कनेक्ट हो रही थी बिकॉज आई हैव अटेंडेड दैट कैंप्स आल्सो एनसीसी के. जस्ट दिल्ली परेड की एक ही कैंप बचा था मेरा, बट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ओनली आई हैव अपग्रेडेड माय लाइफ स्किल्स. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you very much, Manjusha ma'am. And thank you very much, Rupali ji, for giving the wonderful session and sharing this information with all of us. I'm sure that it will help everyone to enlighten their knowledge about this and to make career in the defense. And everyone, thank you very much for participating and giving your important time for this session. I hope you all have received some information which will help you to proceed and get progress. For any information related to defense, if you want more details, you can connect with us. We also have organized the one-to-one session in this series so that anyone, if want extra attention, extra information, and some more details to get in the direction which will help them to get proper guidance and to achieve their goals of becoming a soldier in army, navy, air force, or in any other branch of the Indian defense, they can connect with us. So here with a note that Jai Hind and Jai Bharat, I want to close this. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Jai Hind, thank you so much for the opportunity for getting me here and letting me know, share the knowledge with everyone.
And Rupali, I will connect you with you regarding that is self defense.
Sure,
For
sure. Sure.
yeah, it is required. I think in colleges also